Get great offers from GM Financial and a total value of $2,250 on this Silverado Z71. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards the purchase of eligible accessories. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
I'm Doug Hopkins with Seller's Advantage, California's easiest way to sell your home. If you have a few minutes, I hope you'll give us an opportunity to make an offer on your house. Why sell your house to Seller's Advantage? We'll buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no agents, no closing costs, and no commissions. You can even choose your own closing date. Give Seller's Advantage a call for your free, no-obligation offer 24 hours a day. That's sellersadvantage.com.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get a low $219 per month lease on Rogue, or get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models.
8 free pieces of citrus-marinated, fire-grilled famous pollo? Now that's how you treat familia. Just join Loco Rewards and get 8 free pieces of extra pollo when you buy a $20 familia dinner. Download the app. From El Pollo Loco, feed the flame.
Tyler Long's the best defensive lineman in football, the most dominant force of defensive football.
I think he's one of the greatest players ever seen in this league.
Charles Woodson. There he is, Hall of Famer.
Snap on out there today.
One of the most valuable defensive players on any defense.
One of the greatest defensive backs in the history of the game.
I got goosebumps. I know Raiders fans at home have goosebumps. Baby. 2 Pro Football Hall of Famers.
24.
I wish I would have played with that guy.
Proud Raiders.
I wish I played with that guy.
And this is a good time to be a Raiders fan. They're 2-0. They look good. Howie Long.
It's always a good time.
It is okay, but this right now feels different. What's the biggest difference in Derek Carr that you've seen through 2 weeks of the NFL season?
Well, I think Derek is settled in, and I think John's a guy who I've always kind of felt he was always looking for the next quarterback. You know, wherever he's been, it's always been the next quarterback. And I think Derek has kind of, I think, won him over. And I think the things we saw last week, the Henry Ruggs play, you know, to me, the 2 things that really cause defenses problems, if you can run the football effectively, if Jacobs is healthy, the offensive line's healthy, which they're not right now, and you've got a guy that breaks the huddle and he can take the top off the defense.
Yeah, for sure.
But the one thing that they're doing in Las Vegas right now is they haven't done in years is pressure.
Talk about it.
Defense, man. The defense is playing lights out right now. They bring over Gus Bradley. And the thing I like about this defense is that it just allows you to play fast.
Simple.
It's not overly complicated where you're out there thinking too much. You see these guys playing downhill and playing fast. I watch Abrams, man. He's coming downhill. He's making some hits on guys. But this defense is why I'm most excited. They got 9 QB hits. Crosby's tied for second in the league. And then Gus Bradley brings over Denzel Perryman.
Talk about that.
Casey Hayward. 2
old Chargers he had,
yeah,
right?
They know his defense. So when you think about communication and them bringing over their knowledge of the defense, they don't miss a beat.
Dave wants to tell you, simple is sometimes better.
Absolutely.
Howie, they're 2-0, and there are a lot of skeptics like, all right, we've been down this road before with the Raiders. Are you buying this team? Does it? Are you buying playoffs?
I think when you win a game in the season opener, first time you have fans in the stadiums, you're down. It's against a team that many feel is a Super Bowl contender with an MVP at quarterback, and you come back in that fashion and you make that kind of a big play at the end of the game. That's the kind of game that can change the mentality of a football team.
Yeah, I'm confident in this team. You know, in a defensive meeting room, 33% on 3rd down is always the number, right? Yeah. The Raiders, 33% on 3rd down. They're getting off the field. That's very important for this team going forward. They'll make the playoffs.
They'll make the playoffs.
Yes, they're in. They can stay healthy in offensive line if Josh Jacobs is upright.
No ifs.
For a deeper dive on what appears to be a stacked AFC West, I'm going to do a little walk and talk here, and I'm going to go over to Michael Vick and Coach Dave Wanstack. This has long been the Kansas City Chiefs Invitational. It's basically we're just going to walk our way to the playoffs, but now we've got a couple 2-0 teams, and we know that the Chargers can play. What do you think about that AFC West? And is there a team that you would actually actually think can challenge the Chiefs?
I think the whole division is going to be challenging this year. I do like the Chiefs at this point to hold the crown, but I like Denver to be a wild card. And, hey, I know who they've played. Everybody's talking about the schedule they played so far, but I also know what it takes to win games in the National Football League. You can't turn the football over. They're one of the best in the league. You got to get good quarterback play, Mike. You know this. Hey, Teddy Bridgewater was the first. He's completing 77% of his passes, 0 interceptions. They're running the ball, and they got a defense that Vic's going to play great defense. Yeah. This defense is going to be a top 10 defense. They're going to keep him in every game.
Von Miller's back, and he looked good last week. Michael, what about the fourth team in this division, the Chargers? They've always been that team of, we're waiting for it. Is this the year?
Yeah. I won't say they're ready to dethrone the Chiefs right now, but Justin Herbert has been a conduit for their success. He picked up Joe Lombardi's offense quick. Yep. Pushing the ball down the field consistently, always in games, always got a chance to win. And what I'm most excited about is for the next 10 years, we get to see Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert in the AFC West for the years to come. So that's worth watching.
Today will be Justin Herbert's first start in Arrowhead. Big test for the Chargers. They had 10 offensive penalties last week. Can't win games that way. Let's go now. Time for the Selly Zone, brought to you by Bud Light. Cleveland fans are celebrating this guy, Odell Beckham Jr., making his 2021 debut today against the Bears. And with Jarvis Landry now on the IR, the timing could not be better. And Alvin Kamara has Saints fans cheering. He is now the only running back in NFL history with 80 or more catches in each of his first 4 seasons. After the break, though, Cooper Manning is going to go next level, what we call a mega-cast trend. Where do you see what we've got coming up next?
If you have a typical airline credit card, you're not getting double miles on every purchase.
You're right. I only get extra miles on some types of purchases.
May I?
Please.
With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles everywhere. Yes.
Everywhere is great, but where can we use them?
You can use them on any travel purchase, not just some travel purchases.
Venture gets a gold star.
What's in your wallet?
Whoa, listen to this. The first Venom Let There Be Carnage fan screening reactions are in. Yummy. It's the most insane film of the year. Venom, rated PG-13.
Not all 5G networks are created equal. When it comes to 5G, T-Mobile is the right play. T-Mobile, America's largest, fastest, most reliable 5G network.
You can finally buy that solid gold rocket ship.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Do we have a rocket ship license?
We have 6 players going, which means our probability of being passed is 92%.
$500,000? We could buy a regular rocket ship!
No more rocket ships.
Feel the NFL action like never before. Download the DraftKings Daily Fantasy app and play free for millions in prizes.
We're back on the Corona Hotline Show with superfan Jeremy. Jeremy, it's a long season. How do you unwind?
Well, I grab a Corona.
Go on.
And I watch football.
And
that is it.
Brilliant.
Find your game day good life.
I am a predator. We should be out there, snacking on bad guys. Oh, no!
Whoa, where you going?
That is a red one.
Venom, only in movie theaters Thursday, rated PG-13.
Huge honor today for Eli Manning as the Giants are going to retire his number 10 jersey in front of a home crowd. And I know a lot of his old friends will be in the building. It has been a big few weeks for the Manning family, and particularly Eli, as his Monday night simulcast with his brother Peyton has quickly turned into a sensation. But what most people don't know is that their eldest brother, well, Cooper, has his own show that's very closely related.
Now, when football fans need him least, just one guy talking nothing but nonsense. This is the Manning Hour.
Look, everyone knows Peyton and Eli don't have much. A couple rings each. Big whoop. I'm the TV star. They think they're such big stars with all their special guests. They couldn't even get their own dad to come on the show. Well, neither could I, but that's beside the point. But you know who I did get as a guest? Stallone himself. That's right. Everyone's favorite Stallone, Frank. Frank, how's your relationship with your brother?
Well, it's like brothers. We fight sometimes. It always goes like this. He goes, I really like that painting, you know?
Maybe I shouldn't have given it to you.
Yeah, my relationship with my brothers is a little rocky, too.
It is? Oh, there you go.
Well, I'm glad this is just getting started, but it's far from over, Frank.
It is far from over. That video was done in like 4 minutes. You know what I mean?
Frank, that 4 minutes is 2 minutes longer than our hour-long show.
It is.
The little bros think they're so cool because they have Gronk on their show. But you know who they didn't have? Former Colt, Bronco, and Cowboy, Chris Gronkowski. Welcome, pal.
There's a picture behind me right about here. Yeah, the first Gronk spike came from this guy. This guy had the first NFL touchdown.
Chris, you know how they say it gets better? I'll let you know, it doesn't get better.
What doesn't get better?
Seeing your brother's face on every commercial every 30 seconds.
Man, it is getting a little ridiculous now.
Chris, my producer's telling us time to wrap it up, so I appreciate you being on.
You have a producer?
No, I'm just done talking to you. I'm honored to introduce my next guest, the man behind the magic that is Apollo 13, Clint Howard. Welcome, Clint.
Well, it's wonderful to be with you, Cooper.
Clint, this game's officially a blowout. You want to watch a little Star Trek instead?
Oh, yeah. You going to fire up one of my episodes?
Hey, Clint, where does this rank on your all-time 1 through 251 of characters you've played?
254.
What's number 1?
I would think Apollo 13.
I got to disagree with you, Clint. It's got to be Paco from The Waterboy.
I am not what you would call a handsome man.
The good Lord chose not to bless me with charm, athletic development, or a fully functional brain. That was a damn fine acting performance, I must say.
I must say it made me the man I am today, my friend. Well, that's all the time we have today on the Manning Hour. Join us next week when we have guests Kevin Dillon, Donnie Wahlberg, and J.J. Watt. Yeah, you heard me.
Clint Howard rocking a Panther shirt. I loved it. There is J.J. Watt. Is he the third brother of the Watt family? That's what Cooper said. I don't know. He's a 3-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year. At least that line, though, has to make Derek and TJ, his brothers, happy. Let's now go to insights built with IBM Watson. Justin Fields makes his first start for the Bears today. Unfortunately, it is not exactly new territory for Chicago Bears fans, who have now welcomed 10 different starting quarterbacks